I'm Amanda Glassner, Deputy Editor at Cybercrime magazine, and you're watching the Summer 2026 Women in Cybersecurity Report. I recently attended Black Hat USA, which welcomed over 23,000 attendees to the Mandalay Bay Convention Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. This year's event celebrated the launch of Black Hat Her, a global platform designed to support, connect, and elevate women across the cybersecurity industry. To learn more about this initiative, I sat down with Black Hat's president, Suzy, Pallett, and VP of Content, Stebbing.
We have an exceptional platform and community here at Black Hat, and we want to use that to really support women in this industry. So that's, giving them the opportunities to have more visibility, to connect with each other, to build those networks, and really to have the learnings that we provide at Black Hat.
Why did you decide to launch this now?
So Black Hat turns 30 next year, and this is about looking to the future and making sure that women in cyber are a very core part of that future.
So, Suzy, what specific barriers does Black Hat Her address?
I think access to network, because it's always quite hard when you're in quite a male-orientated industry of how you build your own peers, your own mentorship. And so Black Hat and Black Hat Her is an opportunity to facilitate those connections and being able to encourage women and have representation. So we all know that, if I can see it, I can believe it. Putting more females in prime conversations at Black Hat will also encourage the younger generation.
And how does Black Hat Her integrate with Black Hat's existing programming?
We've got a number of events that we're doing where we're bringing together women, connecting them with each other, and then, of course, connecting them with the opportunities that brings. We also have a Black Hat Her support program as part of our briefings, making sure that there's extra resource available for women in that briefings process as part of the review board.
Women at all different stages in their careers are visiting Black Hat, so how will this initiative support them at each of those different stages?
I think for emerging practitioners, as we've said before, it's that just step into the industry, mentorship, the connections, and being able to learn from the community that is a Black Hat. I'd say for mid-career professionals, it's the visibility opportunities. And so you've built your network and you've got that community. How can I elevate my own voice and be in the room? And Black Hat can facilitate those conversations. Executives is definitely the strategic relationships. Some of the forums that we're hosting here at Black Hat this week are about being able to connect with executives in the room. So we want female voices to also be a seat at that table. So I'd say it's those C-suite conversations that happen, being able to meet the investors, and that Black Hat community can open doors in that space. And then I think across everywhere, it's being able to open up the non-linear pathways for females across cybersecurity. As we know now, pathways are changing, technology is changing, the pace of change is happening. And for females that are coming into the industry that may be real technical practitioners, but now are going into CISO roles and need to have board-ready presentation skills or information on PR, we can support them through those journeys as well.
On that note, you are both successful women in cybersecurity. Can you each tell us a little bit about your journeys and how you got to where you are today, and maybe how you think an initiative like this one might have helped you along your paths?
I think so. Historically, I've been, plus 20 years in communities, event platforms, media across different industries, but tech and particularly, and defence, and so male-orientated environments. And I think that's come from putting myself forward and put myself in those rooms and probably in the early days interrupting conversations and making sure that my voice was seen. And so having something like Black Hat Her at the start of my career journey probably would have given me more confidence, more trust, and I suppose more of a peer group to lean upon, because it can be quite isolating when you are a female executive within quite a male environment, to be able to make sure that you feel that your voice is just as valid and that you can support an industry and that you can be there. And I think that peer group would have been really, really supportive for me to be able to advance probably some of the conversations and connections that I haven't been able to on my own.
And you, Laura?
I've worked in technology events for a long time as well, and have always been really passionate about creating networks for women. I worked at the Cherie Blair Foundation for Women for a while, supporting building out networks for women in developing and emerging economies through technology. And then I co-founded Accelerate Her, which was a platform for women founders and leaders to build those networks and connections. So now at Black Hat, I'm really excited to be building Black Hat Her, falling back on that expertise and knowing that it was critical for me to have those networks as I progressed, and I'm excited to have that now for more junior women.
And lastly, what's next for Black Hat Her after this 2026 event cycle?
So Black Hat Her definitely does not end when Black Hat closes its doors. We are really excited about launching Black Hat Hers across the global program, so all the events that we do around the world. And we're also looking for opportunities to connect women outside of those events, making sure that they have that opportunity both digitally but also for in-person events.
I think the connections across the Black Hat community aren't just a moment in time. You know, the Black Hat community has been so strong and so collaborative because there is a community 365. And I think this is, again, for Black Hat Her, what we want to replicate, but also build, you know, that you've got those moments in time which can be really pivotal in you know, a thought leadership or conversation, but also you've got that mentorship or network or support all throughout the year as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thank you so
very
much.
To learn more about these stories and others, follow us on X at Women Know Cyber and visit our website at cybersecurityventures.com.